if that shadow effect was, wound a character, like the actual shadow, instead of being plus attack power, it said plus wound, or, defending player gets instantly wounded or whatever. Because you have to resolve the shadow effect before you can tap with this chick, I wouldn't be able to use that heal. Okay? And that's the difference. After the shadow effect, like say this card here, right, that we just played last time, it's the second in the deck. Okay, this card here. Shadow, enemy gets +1 attack. Okay? So that means that after that's resolved and it goes into the thing, this has got +1 attack. I now can see that's going to kill my hero. I can then tap her. Okay? And that's the way it works. So that's how I'm going to play it, and I believe that's the correct interpretation of the rules. And if you don't believe me, check out this thread which has all the stuff written by Nate. Sweet. Okay. That's over and done with. Okay, so we're attacking. Let's draw our shadow cards. What's going on here? I haven't quested. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I know what's going on. I've just played that chick. Okay, so again, I feel it's I think I'm going to have to play I think I'm just going to quest with these two guys. So we're going to quest for 5. We're going to quest for 5, and remember there's nothing in the encounter deck at all at the moment, so we're probably still going to complete this quest. Because I don't want to spend that 1 resource off Aragon to ready him. Okay? So, we're going to quest for 5. That's 4, 5. Which means I am going to spend 1 resource off Aragon to put out this dude, even though it's sort of like a waste. Oops, wrong card. This dude. Okay, so now we quest for 5. It's a reveal. Ooh, painful. I'm going to stick that on Chick Face. Damn. Okay, so draw our shadow cards. I'm going to defend the King Spider with my Scout. Boom. Nice. Get rid of that other treachery. Which of course kills my poor little Scout. Bye, Scout. And I am going to again defend. Okay, let me think here. We only need 2 damage. We only need 2 damage to kill that spider. So I'm going to defend with... Oh, Denethor will then be tapped. So I can't kill both these people in this one turn. Unless I didn't quest with this guy, which I probably shouldn't have. Oh, by the way, we got 5 quest points, didn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, I'm just playing so loose and shit today. Okay, so 3A. Let's put this in here. We'll shuffle it. And boom! Which one will it be? The trail winds into the darkest, most tangled parts of the forest. You sense that a foul, dark presence is hunting you, and you move quickly to attempt to avoid its evil. Boom! Oh, the pain and suffering. We gotta fight Shelob's little dude. The shadows go darker, and you realize that a foul presence is aiming to draw you from the path. You must defeat it to pass this way. Each player must search the encounter deck and discard pile for one spider card of his choice and add it to the staging area. The players must find and defeat Unguent spawn to win this game. So have a look at the encounter deck. Reveal all. Unguent goes up. Okay, so we're back on track for not. Reveal all, none, and shuffle. So we're back on track for not completely failing to play this game correctly. Okay, so 32, he's going to attack next turn. That's pretty harsh. Okay, so we're going to defend with we're just going to defend with Denethor. Click, nothing happens. Counter discard. Attacks for 2, defends at 3, no damage. We are now going to tap her and heal 2 damage off Denethor. Then tap this guy and draw a card. Gandalf, you baby. That's what we like to see. Okay, so refresh all, +1, draw, plus turn 6, and everyone gets a resource. +1 resource, we then tap Gondor and get 2 more. Okay, so we are going to spend. Oh, she doesn't untap, of course, but she still gets. Does not ready during the fresh fight unless you pay 2, but she does get her resources. So we're going to spend all two of her resources and put out Unexpected Courage on Denethor, so he will become a master blocker. And we're actually going to spend 1 more resource from her and put out Stand and Fight and pull from our discard pile a little blocker. And that then goes sent to the top of player discard. Okay, so now let me think. This is another combo which I see a lot of people getting wrong on the forums, so I'm just going to talk about this one here. Okay, let's have a look at the phases. You have the encounter phase, right? Now the red, each player chooses to engage one enemy. Okay, after that phase, you can then do player actions. Okay. Now, that means that before the engagement check, you can actually cast Sneak Attack. Okay, so it's inside the encounter phase. Okay, and that can sneak attack before the engagement. But the encounter phase is its own phase. Okay? So if you do it during the encounter phase, you cannot use Gandalf to defend or attack, because he leaves play before then. Same if I put him down now with sneak attack, he leaves at the end of the quest phase, or he leaves at the end of the planning resource phase. Okay, so basically, if you want to use him for combat, you have to do it in the combat phase, which is after the encounter check phase. Okay, so by using sneak attack, there is no way that I can reduce my threat and not have Shelob's Ungulate Spawn attack. Is this all making sense? Am I making any sense here? Okay, so I'm going to... That means... What I should have done is cast Gandalf with sneak attack during the resource phase. Resource phase would have ended. I would have got him back in my hand and then cast him naturally in the planning phase. That's the way I should have done this turn, but I fucked it up. I'm not going to go back though. So what I need to do is figure out what I'm going to do. I have 2 nasty monsters plus a freaking Ungulate Spawn. So I can defend with this guy, defend with this guy. I can defend twice with good old Denethor. So I think that's what we're going to do. Ungulate will fight this guy. Both these guys will be defended by Denethor. Then Gandalf will come down, lower my threat, and place, lower my threat, and then attack 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can attack with 8. Okay, and then, yeah, okay, this is what we're going to do. I've got it worked out, I think. But we need to quest as well. So I'm going to quest one, only one. Oh, no. You know, I'm not going to quest. I'm not going to quest at all. Fuck questing. Questing is lame. F5. Boom. Okay, so there's 5 in the staging area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there is no... nothing there. Response. You may after you travel to the first gate... Oh, wow, that's awesome. Okay. So our threat goes up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are traveling to Forest Gate, so we draw 2 cards. Oops, someone's messaging me. A mate of mine's just telling me there's a new GOG game out. Okay. Now we have the engagement phase. Nice, Forest Snare. That changes things up a little. Okay, so we've got a Forest Snare. So we've got a Forest Snare. We can Forest Snare that spider quite comfortably. So this is actually very good for us. Okay, so let's draw our cards. Shadow card, shadow card, shadow card. Unguent is being defended by the poor hapless scout. Nothing happens. Discard. And he gets to killed. Center top of player discard. Okay. Denethor is defending versus the King Spider. Discard. He's attacking with 3. Denethor is defending at 3. No damage. He then untaps. And he is defending versus the Forest Spider. Click. Shadow. Attacking only gets +1. So he is now attacking at 3, defending at 3. No damage. Denethor is a freaking wall. Okay, so he's got no damage. And now we have our attack back phase. So we are going to -1 progress token off Aragorn and quick strike Gandalf face, center top player discard. Okay, so that's all very well and good. Now we're gonna forest snare this big spider, so I don't have to worry about him quite so much now. That means I can attack for 2 versus the King Spider. So we're attacking for 2. 1, 2. King Spider has 1 defense, which means he gets 1 wound. He has 3 total, which kills him. Let's just view the encounter deck there. Okay. And now we have a choice. I can either put a chunk of damage on the Unguent spawn. I think that might be the way to go. Did I lower my threat by 5? I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we are going to... I think I'm just going to attack with 4 and put 3 damage on this guy. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to attack with 3 and put 1 damage on this guy. Then I tap and heal Aragorn for 2. 1, 2. And then I tap and draw a card. Nice, another scout. Refresh all. +1. Draw. Another Gandalf. New turn. Everyone gets a progress. Everyone gets a resource. Denethor, of course, gets 2 extra resources. Oh, and this guy comes... Oh, fuck. Completely fucking useless. This guy comes back into my hand at the end of that last turn, and of course I spend that Aragorn Valiant Sacrifice ability, which gives me another 2 cards. Then to top the player, discard. Boom. Okay, now we're cooking. We've got 2 Gandalfs and a quick strike. Okay. So, first thing, obviously, we're going to snare 1, 2, 3 the Unguent spawn. So we snare the ungulate spawn, and I guess I'll quest for... Okay, do we want to cast anything else? Okay, so we can quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, which leaves no block, which leaves him as a blocker, which he can block twice. So even if a monster comes out, he can block both of them. So that's what we're going to do. So we go quest for 1, 2, 3, 4. So we quest for 4. Draw an encounter card. Oh, we pay 1 resource from Aragon and Radium. Draw an encounter card. Each player discards all event cards in his hand. Holy Jeebus. That totally fucked up my plans, didn't it? Player discard. Ba-doing. Ba-doing. Okay, so we're questing for 4. Ooh, questing for 4, and there's a 0 in the staging area, so we get 1, 2. Ooh, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, which of course discards that. Let's draw a shadow card. Remember, shadow cards still get dealt even if they're not going to attack. They only get revealed when they attack. Okay, so he does not attack, so this card just instantly gets discarded. Dunk. And we are going to defend with Denethor, which is click, and he gets discarded as well. And then I attack with... Well, I attack with 3, which does 2 damage, and we finally kill that spider that has been there since the very beginning. Okay, I tap, draw a card, and then I tap and heal her. 1 wound. Okay, so refresh all, +1, draw. It's a new turn. Everybody gets a resource. She is tapped a course, and he gets 2 resources. Okay, so we're pretty set here, aren't we? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put out Gandalf. Lower my threat by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to spend an extra resource. And stick this on... Actually, I'm not going to spend that resource. That way I can cast Gandalf next turn quite comfortably. Okay, so we are going to quest with Denethor And this dude. So we're questing for 2. Draw an encounter card. Flipperunski. And 2 versus 2, which means our threat doesn't go up. And I think I will just travel there anyway, even though it's not a very good one. Oh wait, hang on. Before the travel phase is over, let's tap, draw a card, and then, ooh, Jesus. Now we've got a tracker. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Then I'll just travel here now. Bonk. So we're not going to draw any more cards. Now, I untap for Denethor, draw a shadow card, which of course he cannot attack. So this just gets thrown away. Counter discard. Bonk. And we attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, so we do 8 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which does 9. Send to top, play a discard. Boom. Send to top. Oh, and this guy gets killed. That's the end of him. Counter discard. Boom. And I've defeated Ungulant, so I win the game, which is kind of annoying because I would have liked to have lowered my threat. But that's it. Done. Okay, so that's Passage Through Mirkwood done with a single copy of Core. And let's check out my score. How do I do a score again? Okay, so my total threat was 31. No dead heroes, no damage tokens, is that right? No. So 31. Victory points earned. Did we earn any victory points? Nope. Shelob does not have any. So minus nothing. Plus 10 points around, which is 80. So we got 111. 111 is the score. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. 111.